What did your husband do?
He was a leather crafts. He worked with leathers and everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, with leather or wood carving. Oh, he was really. I think he was.
Jim
really
does some
good.
carving, but mainly he does screen printing.
And oh yes, and of course he masonry. He was very interested in masonry. He built this.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
That's
That is
really
good.
nice.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, that's
great.
professional.
Yes.
That's
Right. He was a professional. You know, anyone that works with him, he'd make them, you know, undo it and say, well, it has to be.
yeah.
Somebody said, well, no, who's going to see it? And he says, no. He said, it has to be done.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, he was. And of course, that's the bristlecone.
Bristlecone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got that a long time.
That is just the most incredible wood.
Yes, it really is.
It's so dense that it doesn't even rot for thousands and thousands of years either.
And then the colors.
And the colors.
Yes, the colors.
He's really into photography, and so
yeah.
I think you shot almost 2 rolls of this.
Yeah,
really?
I did. Just on the different knots and the browns and the tans and then the grays, the different hues.
Oh yes, it's just. Here's another piece. This isn't bristlecone. It's way up.
That is a neat lamp.
When we used to go fishing, we fished a lot and going out all the time during the summer.
It's a wonderful place.
There's our little Jeep out there because the husband died. But anyway, and then so my sister and I told my sister, I said, well, you know, I'm going to take this home. I want to make a lamp stand out of it.
Yeah.
And the inside was already rotting.
Oh, it was. Oh, how easy.
So I cleaned it out, you know, and stuck the thing down in it and made a lamp for her.
Well, you're pretty clever yourself.
Oh, well, this is my masterpiece, I
That's
have
neat.
Yeah. And then my husband had a lot of these rocks, of course,
That's really neat.
It is.
That would sell for quite a bit of money in a lot of these stores.
My husband, he made drums. Oh, yeah.
I've made 2 now.
Oh, yeah? And Delbert, my son, he doesn't have the patience, but he started these. And my son that lives with me now.
Is this cottonwood?
Yes, these are all cotton.
Yeah.
So he's got it here, and he's never. And my husband made this one.
But it's tough to make a drum. It took
yes.
me, I think, 6 hours to make one. And by the time I got done, my arms were so sore from pulling the hide and stretching it.
My husband's real good about that, you know. And that was
Look
his
at
own.
this is all hand done. This is all
Yeah,
cotton.
everything is his own deer, you know, he killed, and he.
People don't appreciate how hard it is
Yeah, it
to
is.
do that.
It really is.
And then the little burden basket up here.
Oh, yes. In fact, I ruined my poor little bird basket. The thing is, when I have it here, you know, people want to borrow it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's happening. I've used this with the water in the lake, you know, and then up the mountains. Well, it's kind of hard to say no.
I know. That's what it's for. But it's really tough. Now you have to do some repair on it.
I should, but I haven't.
So come on.
Morning, Jessie.
Oh.
I just stopped by to see if Albert's home.
He said, hi, Jim. No, he's not. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is, Jim.
And did you dye that with ash?
No, Grant, they soaked it in the tin can.
Tin can. Made it
rusty.
rusty.
The rusty tin cans. But
because I know the Washos and the Great Basin basket weavers use they take ash from the fireplace and then bury it for a few days.
Yes.
And then they take it out and mash it all together.
Yes, and there was a lot of work.
So,
but yeah, so I think that's what they did too. Some of the people up there that kept on the lake area. But grandmothers, as I remember, they always used tin cans,
right.
Rusty tin cans.
Now, was it on your father's side that you would go out to the lake and stay in the summertime?
No, on my mother's.
Mm-hmm.
My mother and the grandmother. I mean, her mother,
Right.
my grandmother,
And
my mother's mother.
your mother's mother.
Yeah.
And what was your maiden name?
My maiden name was Clouette. I don't know where that came
Clouette.
from, but Clouette. I think it's supposed to be French.
French,
Wait,
yeah.
Sounds French.
and I think years ago there were some people came from Canada or something to around Mona Lake area. Whenever it settled around after 770 or something like that. I tried to trace it. I who in the world? That sure is a funny name for an Indian. You know, such an odd name. And but I never. So that's the only way that I think that they might have. And how we get our names is from remember all of us worked as maids for the non-Indians and families. And that's the only work that they ever did. Cleaning house, washing dishes, and that kind of a thing. So that had, I believe, that's where it came from. Whoever.
And so that was your father's name. What was your mother's name?
Charlie.
Charlie. So Nellie Charlie, and then your mother's name was?
Yes, Daisy.
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 Uh-huh.
And she was a basket maker too. I think I heard from her that she made, or maybe I'll show you the basket maker. I don't believe I have hers here. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is the one she made. Mother, she made a lot of these little things.
Uh-huh. Did she do it mainly for selling in the stores?
Oh, no. She never sold them to anybody. But
And this was done in 57?
This is 57 when she became sick and she had cancer, and so she wasn't able to work anymore.
Right.
So she, that's why it's unfinished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really, I like it. I like things that are unfinished because you can really see how they're made.
Yes, that's what I like. I like the old things. I like the old things.
You've got a soap brush in there.
Yes, I've got this, a 3 soap brush, and that.
Now, what did you use for the handle? Is that pine pitch?
No, it's the mucilage. What do you call it? Not mucilage. It's from a plant. The same plant is from it's a
the soap plant.
Soap plant.
It's
a soap plant. So
that's the
it's
the mush kind of.
it's like glue. Yeah, whatever it is. It's kind of a
pasty.
Yeah. So that is what that is.
Right.
And Grandma used this a lot. You can see that.
Oh yeah.
So that's been used.
I've been to a lot of ceremony where they use this, especially in the manzanita.
Oh yeah.
Making the manzanita juice cider.
Oh yes.
You know, they use this to whip it up and.
Yeah, this she used when
nice and
yes, this she used when she used to make the pine, grinding.
Right.
And when you probably seen a lot of these grinding rocks. Yeah, that's what she used this for. And this was our brush, our hair brush.
Oh, it was?
Grandma used this for our hair.
No.
It isn't strong enough for you, and I know it isn't.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Well, if your hair is short, did you keep your hair short or long?
It was long. It grew long. They used to braid our hair. Let's see. There's one unfinished one. I think so. Unfinished.
I was just looking.
Oh,
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is the
Oh, and
beginning.
that's before it gets frizzed
Yeah,
up.
this is the beginning of the way they.
I've never seen it
Uh-huh.
unfinished before. Now, then what do you have to do? Pound this to make it fibery?
No, it's just that they all come from Yosemite. There's a woman there that used to. She made a lot of these and sold them.
Right.
So that's how I happened to get this. And the one I think I bought her and I gave that away.
Now, why are these so fine compared to this?
Yeah,
Is
well,
it just a different
I think it is the way they work out at it. I've never seen them. But this woman, when she had a whole bunch of them, she had them on a clothesline. It looked like a clothes, she had them all hung up. And so anyway, it's...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen it unfinished before.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Because a lot of these things we picked up. Minnie Mike made that. She gave me this. She
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah. When she was here.
I never realized how difficult that was until we have a lady up in Carson City that does these, and she set every shape bottle you can imagine.
My goodness.
And she would sit in front of the TV and do this, but it's so hard on her eyes.
Yes, it is. But look how tiny
It's
it
so
is.
tiny.
Yeah, they're really tiny.
And I guess they never used the pattern. They just kind of did it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? They never, because I'd watch Grandma's, I've even tried it, but it doesn't really come out too good, the way it should.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, Tina Charlie, the grandmother's sister.
Right.
She made these, many years ago, I think in the 30s, early 30s, yeah. She had this at June Lake, I think. It never sold or something, so she brought it down here, and I got it down. So it's really good.
Yeah. Now, one of the baskets that you brought was Tina Charlie's beaded basket.
Oh yes, that hat.
Oh, the hat,
That hat
that's
is
right.
That is Tina Charlie's. It's unfinished also, because you can tell the rim is unfinished and it's rough. She was going to finish it, but so that was made in the late 60s, and she used to live here with my grandmother, sister.
Now she was the Mono Paiute as well?
Yes.
But she was famous for the baskets in Yosemite. Did everybody travel over to Yosemite?
Yes, they did. They went every year in the fall. It was a trading and what they call the Yosemite Indian Days.
Right. Are you getting warm there?
And I was going to show you my little one here. Now I made this and see.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it really didn't come out like it should. See, I never finished it.
You never.
It's unfinished also. So.
That's beautiful, though.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. And you made the basket
I
as
made
well?
the basket.
That's a shame almost that you hide it with the beadwork, even though it's beautiful because the baskets are gorgeous.
I like the basket, but yes, a lot of the beadwork is...
So it's nice you didn't finish it, you can see the basket. You have quite a nice collection.
Yes, like I say, we used to go out and we'd find a lot of these things, and they're interesting because they've been used,
Oh, yeah.
like this. And
now, is that a part of the grinding stone?
Yes, this is what they used. Is this the one that was patched? Oh, yes. Because we were looking around, and I said, surely there ought to be a piece to it. And we looked and found that, for any medicinal, that they
just the small herbs.
Just the small herbs and things that they used. Yeah. So that's interesting. We just pick up a lot of things. Oh, here's the one that I made. Oh, here. See?
Oh, that's beautiful.
I made several of these. And I guess because it was the easiest thing.
Oh, yeah.
And this is
Those are very nice.
I tried to mark all of them.
1950.
Yeah.
Now, did you sell any of your work?
No.
It takes so long. I can't believe how long it takes, even the preparation.
It takes so long, and then we have some people that come, once in a while, and they want to know about some baskets or some little thing. And there was some people came from Japan one time, Tokyo, I believe.
Right.
And I had made some of these, and I gave them, that kind of a...
The tray part.
Yeah.
Now, did you play gambling games? Just sit around and play gambling games with men or the women?
No, I don't remember that part. If they did, I don't. I didn't. the children, we played like jacks with stones. I don't know if anybody, that was kind of interesting. Yes.
With stones.
Yes.
I'm getting a little warm
I
there.
know. So it's kind of a, and,
Oh, those fog's lifting a little bit.
oh yes, it is, isn't it?
So, you played it with stones?
Yes, we had all kinds of stones of large.
Let me instead of which way
Where do you
where
want
do I
to sit?
sit?
Doesn't matter.
Where,
I just want to sit where you're comfortable and so what did you use? Did you count or how did you do it?
Yes, with the stones, they're all sizes. And I always thought that was kind of interesting. All sizes of the stones, and it's like playing jacks,
Uh-huh.
you know, but we played with with rocks of that size, and we'd throw that up in the air, and we'd pick up these big rocks or whatever. They're all sizes.
Right.
And of course, the older ones, they're much stronger than some of us. So, and then we'd pick this up, and the rock would fall into your hand also.
Right.
And then that's the way we played that
Delbert thing just snuck out the back door.
yeah.
So,
Whatever you do.
Delbert, Jim was looking for you.
I think he just snuck out the back door.
Yeah. They're going pine now.
Oh, they are.
I think,
All right.
I think in a couple of days or something like that.
That would be really fun. I was invited by the Washos to go, and it's a shame because it's quite a festival.
Yes, it is. I think there's a woman that she did the things like getting out, getting pine nuts and other things, and she took I don't know whether she took a video, but I think she has slides of all the things that she went out with them,
Right.
camped with them, and gathered all these.
Yeah.
Nancy Walker, I think she's an anthropologist, too,
Right.
and she's teaching now and teaching
Locally?
locally.
Uh-huh.
And she.
Do you put gunny sacks or blankets underneath the
they,
tree?
Yes, they do now. You
Uh-huh.
know, they spread whatever it is.
Yeah.
shake,
And then shake the
Shake
tree.
the tree.
And shake the trees or tap the trees. We have these this long sticks
Mm-hmm.
that we just tap them and then it falls. And,
Uh-huh.
and if it doesn't, well, we have a little hook on these long sticks and snag them and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I was surprised that there's actually 2 nuts per leaf in the pinyon pine. Where in the regular pine you only have 1.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And they're large nuts.
Yes, they are. And
They're wonderful. Oh, they are so good. And we make soup with them too, and bread.
Yes, it takes a lot of nuts in order to make that.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last time we had was about 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I made some and gave it to my aunt. She is 95, I believe. I'm not quite sure how old she is. She's in a convalescent home in Carson.
Uh-huh.
So I took some to her, and then to my uncle. I think he's 79.
Oh,
he lives in Bridgeport.
Mm-hmm. So all your family was really spread out then.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And were you related? What other families were you related to? Like the Charlies,
Yes.
and were you related to the Georges at all? Or?
No. There's a lot of. My grandfather he had 2 families. He was married to 2 sisters.
Mm-hmm. I read that.
Yeah. Yes. So he had 2 families.
Uh-huh.
Yes. 5 in one, and my mother's our side there were 6.
Uh-huh.
So
And which one was the youngest?
Tina.
Tina was.
Tina was younger, and I was the oldest.
So you the other side is actually half brother sister then.
Yes. and they live in part of them that's left. They're up at Covia.
Uh-huh. Right.
Covia.
And did you get together much?
No, not anymore. No, we don't.
We used to get together just about every summer, spring, we'd get together for our own family
Uh-huh.
rodeos. So
Oh, yeah.
people would come from all over
Uh-huh.
and round up and that sort of thing.
Well, we did years ago too, here, but we don't do that anymore. There's only one sister. I have one sister and one brother, half sister in that.
When you went camping on Mono, where did you camp? Did you go back in the back side of the lake then?
The only time we went out camping is when we went after like a pine nutting, you know,
Right.
and gathering the other things overseas. Yeah, we just camped wherever they were, wherever, you know, like I think near the sawmill, Mono Mills, rather.
Right.
That's one place where we camped. Several Indians families that camped here and there, gathering the Pandora moth, the piega, they call it, the worms. Yeah.
And then what was it,
And the kuzabi, that's the
fly larva?
The brine fly larvae. Yes.
And what does it taste like? Is it nutty flavor?
Yes. Oh, I think I still have a little bit, so I'll let you taste some of
Okay.
these. I think
He's not real game about it, but I always do.
yes.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh,
Yeah, it tastes like chicken.
Do you want me to show
And
you now? Or do you
in a
want-
minute,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but I'd like to have you tell some more about,
okay, about
what you remember when you were camping with them. What did you do? Did you build the actual, what did you call it? What do you call it? The summer home?
We had little summer homes with, out of willows for a little shade during the summer. Oh, pardon me. And that was our summer home. And, during the winter, we lived up at Rush Creek at Levining. I don't know whether you know where that is.
Uh-huh.
Do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that was our area. There were several families that lived around there. We had little cabin like, you know, houses there. And that the men built.
And then did you go out gathering roots or?
During the summer or whenever, yes, we did all the time. And which is a lot of fun getting
What
out.
kind of roots did you get?
Well, a lot of the English or the botanical names I don't know.
Right.
Just
Like, did you say wild onion?
there was plenty of wild onions in the spring. And
Did camas lily grow there?
Yes, just a lot of that. We'd eat it raw, or we'd cook it, or we'd bake it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you probably know. You know a lot of it.
Yeah, I do know quite a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, everyone is different. The
bit.
different areas on
Yes.
what, you know, their traditions
Right,
are
it's a
and
little different.
what they eat
Uh-huh.
and that sort of thing. What made you decide to further your education and become a nurse?
This is in later years, though.
Right.
After I had left Mono Lake area, Mono Lake Basin, after when we came to Round Valley, it's
Maybe I jumped ahead a little bit there from your education.
Yes, quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Kind of shook her up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's go back then. What type of school did you go to? I don't want to make you nervous now. I want you to feel comfortable about talking.
No.
What kind of school did you have in Levining?
At Levining, there were several schools there. There was a little old, one little red schoolhouse. One room, the one that mother and her sisters went to, and of course after that, my sister and I, for some reason, she wanted us to go to school, and there are some that didn't. Well, most of them did there at that time, but this was in 1918. 19. And there were some non-Indian kids there too, but that was our first experience. We didn't know any English, so it was kind of
Who were the school teachers?
The school teachers? Well, all I I know is a woman that taught us, but I don't know who she was.
Yeah, I mean, but was she white or Indian?
Oh yeah, oh yes. We didn't have any kind of at that time, no Indians were in any educational or any kind of thing. So, and we had a long ways to walk, long way from Rush Creek up to. This is up near on 395, near 395, on the hill.
Is it the schoolhouse that's there now?
Oh no, it's gone now. But that's where the little red schoolhouse used to be, where we went to. It was kind of fun. We didn't know what it was all about, but we went and learned our ABCs and didn't know what ABCs or 1, 2, 3 was, and we'd go home and tell our grandparents, the grandfather, and young Charlie and grandmother Nellie, and it was just something real new, and it was all foreign to us.
Right. But they didn't stop you from speaking your own language or anything?
Oh, at that time, no, they didn't. That's all we spoke is our native, our Indian language. And
so they never actually took you away and made you go to school?
No, but later years, I believe, like when they started to go to a government school.
Right.
Yeah, that's when they started to,
You were never forced to go?
No, I was never forced to.
I can't remember when that actually started. It must have been pretty early, though.
It was in about around 1927.
Was it?
Yes. I went to school in Stuart, Nevada for 1 year, so I mean.
So you went to the Stuart school there?
Yeah. I think I went to about 10 different schools.
Oh.
There, that was our beginning of school. My sister and I, where we learned a little English. And of course, we learned like we were just talking about cats and dogs. And pictures of it. And so, like I say, it's all foreign to us. And that
must have been scary though when you had to go away to school.
Away from school.
Yeah. When you had to leave your family and go so far away to go to the Stuart school.
Oh yes, that was in 1927. Yes, it was.
After being so close to the family.
Yes, but I didn't. I only stayed. My sister stayed about 3 years. I'm not so sure. I had an older sister. She and I were, Tourette's. She and I stayed with our grandmothers in our early years. And when Mother, the reason why we stayed with our grandparents is Mother had to go out and work in the white, the non-Indian families as a maid. So she would come home with some flour or sugar or coffee and to bring home, to help the grandparents. So that's what she did. And
so the grandparents were very instrumental in teaching you.
They were about the old things, about.
And did they teach you a lot of stories?
That's one thing, I don't remember. Grandfather, I remember he would tell us, but for some reason, maybe I don't know whether I was interested or what. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know very much about the stories that they still told us. But during the winter, we didn't stay there at Rush Creek because it was too harsh during the winter. Sometimes snow and foggy, very dense. And I call them clams, I guess. They went. They traveled to east of Mona Lake. And for some reason, I think the weather was it's not it's mild there, not as cold. And so they made a little one of those like you were talking about.
Yeah. What is that called?
We call them.
Namu?
What do you call them?
Is it a namu?
No, we call them. I have to think.
Okay.
All these things I have to think.
I know.
Because those little huts during the summer, little we called them muzukani, and we had tomogami is what we call tomogami.
Okay.
Tomo is winter, kani is house.
Okay.
So that was our little winter homes east of the lake. They're made out of juniper out there, I guess it's cedar.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper.
But they smell good.
Out of barks. And the little houses that they had at Fresh Creek, that was from Mona Mills, where the lumber.
Right.
It was scraps that they had men had gone, to pick up and brought over in wagons. And so everybody had a little cabin.
At least they were industrious. They put together
Yeah,
homes out of them. Yeah.
Yes, the Indians. They were.
Much more creative, I think.
I think so. I think they were. Of course, they had a lot of time.
Yeah, and they also knew how to live off the land.
Yes, we surely did. I think.
Yeah, people today don't know how to do that. They starve to death. At least the Indians that survive.
I don't know about all the Indians surviving. They've gone like anybody else.
Yeah.
They really have. Yeah.
It's
too sad.
This is what you call progress. Generation.
Really.
Yes. We'll never see the thing. But I remember a little bit of living out at on the east of Mona Lake during the winter. On nice days, there was one time we went with my sister and 3 or 4 of my aunts. They wanted to go swimming in the lake. So it wasn't very far. It was quite well. It was kids, they like to wander along.
Yeah.
And those days we thought nothing of traveling, walking.
Yeah.
And we went swimming and had a good time playing. And then coming back, we got lost because we couldn't find our trail. Couldn't find a trail, and so the girls said, the older ones said, well, we can't go any farther. So we were tired, we were sleepy, so we'll just sleep under this tree. So we did, and it's awfully hard to sleep because we'd hear the coyotes howling, and we were afraid they were going to eat us up or come over and do something. And our family, they were looking for us all that the evening, and because we didn't show up at the house, and they looked, and so I believe early in the morning or sometime during the night we heard them saying, "Where are you?" Kids, and so we finally heard them, and that's how they happened to get us back home. That was one time, but I remember vaguely getting lost.
Oh, yes. And everything looks the same. I mean, you look. There's no path because all of the safe.
Yes, because there was no trail there.
It was hard ground.
What happened to the girls didn't know.
Well, the lake was a lot higher at that time, too.
At that time. But there's another thing I kind of remember about going to, it's in the fall, late in the fall, when they would travel to east side of Mona Lake, is how the Indians, how we would all, you could just imagine they were going in wagons and in horseback, and some were walking. And that was really something, now that I think about that,
a whole group all together then. And you'd play as you went along, gather and do all kinds of things.
Yes, that I remember a little bit.
And how long would you stay?
We'd stay until it got warmer. I don't know how many months during the winter, and then probably, I don't know exactly. But at that time, it would warm up, the weather was nice, and so we just traveled back again.
Yeah. You didn't get a lot of strong winds through there or anything?
No. In those days, it seems like we didn't. But we did snow at Rush Creek. There was a lot of snow.
Right. Well, that's closer up against the mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a lot of snow there.
And then you go back that direction in the summertime?
That was our summer.
And do the
Well,
fishing
during the
and
winter,
everything?
we have stayed at Rush Creek. That was the latter part.
Right.
So that's when we had the harsh winters.
Mm-hmm.
And grandfather and the men, they would go out hunting for ducks, all kinds of fowl, deer, and there was plenty of everything. So that.
And did you tan your own hides then? And
yeah, I don't remember them tanning. I don't know whether they did, but
well, you didn't need a lot of heavy clothing, did you?
The rabbit.
Rabbit.
We used a lot of the rabbit skin.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa made a lot of rabbit skin blankets.
Right.
So we all had, everybody had a rabbit skin blanket.
Nice and soft.
Yes. A few years ago, I decided to make one, and I made a little cape. This one, a lady from here, they had some rabbit skins, so she and I we wove them.
Took quite a few though, didn't you?
Yes, it took. This was a domestic.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, this was domestic that I used, and it turned out okay. It's a cape. It's over at the Forest Service Visitor Center now in Levining. Yeah, in that.
Oh, wow.
So that's where
We'll
that
have to
is.
stop in and see that. We didn't stop there, did we? Well, not this time, but
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't open when we stopped
Oh,
there this
yeah.
time.
But that's where that is. But anyway, grandfather made a lot of these blankets. The men did, the older men.
That was the men's
That
craft.
was the men's job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their job, hunting and taking care of all that.
And when the men fished, did they use the weirs, the fish weirs, where they?
No, we didn't. We didn't. But I think other people did, like the northern part, the Pyramid Lake and everything. But they used them. Made nets of their own.
So you're totally separate clan colony from the pyramid Paiutes.
Yes. Yes.
Did you ever travel up there to?
Yes, they have. Yes,
Mhm.
they did. And there was a place at that time, Bodie came into the gold mining area, and since the train used to go by, it wasn't too far from Mona Lake on the east side, and the older people, they used to get on the train and go to Bodie, and so some of the people were. They lived in Bodie.
Yeah.
Grandmother lived in Bodie for a while. They did. Several of them.
Well, that's a cold place.
Bodie,
Yeah.
And they have a little homes there too. There were several little cabins, little houses. I think there's only one that's standing now, so I remember visiting that place at Bodie. But they had a lot of little stories to tell when they were living in Bodie. The grandmothers, and they weren't allowed. They used to go out during the winter. During the moonlight, and look for gold, scraps of gold where the dump.
Right.
The dump. That's what they did. And she said that they tried to prevent them from. They didn't want the Indians to do that, but that's the reason why they went during the night and in moonlight and they gathered scraps and they took it to the store and then they bought staple foods, exchanged. And that was kind of interesting, I thought, too. They did. They weren't allowed to do that. And I don't know why, because it's scraps, but they were not to touch it, I guess. Yeah.
So they buy the staples like the flour and the coffee. Did you drink coffee when you were younger?
Yes, we did. Oh, yes. We did.
I know some nations, they like the chicory, which is like coffee, but it tastes tastes different. And you drink, did you drink the squaw tea?
Yes.
The Washos use that, they said every day.
Oh, my. Well, we do. We have it all the time, too. We gathered every...
I noticed you have some
yes. every year, yeah.
We gather it and send it back to some people back on the East Coast.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wrote to us and said, "Can you get us some?"
Yes.
Because this gentleman had what was it, liver cancer
Yeah, in
Oh.
the 60s.
in the 60s.
And then he came up to Carson and they found it. Somebody had told him about it, and he's alive today. And so he swears by it.
Yeah, it arrested the liver cancer.
Yes, that is something, because I remember one doctor, he told a patient too that if you take some of this, I've forgotten what he did. He told him a cup a day or twice a day or something like that of this, what you call squaw tea, or we call it mountain tea or Indian tea.
Yeah, Mormon tea.
Mormon
There's a lot of
tea,
different
yeah.
names.
The Phaedra.
Right.
Yeah, so well, naturally, we use that for like hay fever and asthma, and that's supposed to be good for all that. Yeah, this doctor, he prescribed that for this patient, but it seems to me like that he said that it helped him, so I don't know.
Well,
So we use it a lot.
now they make a synthetic called ephedrine.
Yes,
Mhm.
ephedrine, yeah. Well, that's from.
It's amazing, like the aspirin comes from the aspirin.
Yeah.
All of the natural herbs.
Yes, even like with the pine, they use a lot of the pine. In fact, they have commercial pickers that come out, and they work for, I suppose, they take it to San Francisco somewhere,
Right.
and use a lot of that
Oh, they do.
for things.
So, did you have any medicine men, medicine women in the tribe that specialized in gathering these herbs?
Yes, we had a couple that I know of, real good medicine men.
I mean, a lot of people think it's all, shaking the rattles and everything, but it was really something that was handed down, a tradition that was handed down. It was difficult to learn all of the different plants and the identification of why they should be used and when.
Yes, I know I can't identify. I should have gotten interested in that and have gone to some of their plants that they have around here.
I mean, that was quite an education that was handed down.
Yes.
To spot a certain plant and know all of the different things that it was used for.
Yes.
That's like going to medical school.
It is.
Yes.
And then as you got older, what do you remember the most? Did you travel a lot?
Well, in my younger days, it seems to me like we traveled all over the basin on the west side.
Right.
Of course, the people there are some people that lived on the north side of the lake also, on the west side. And but that was my younger days. And then later, my mother she worked at Mono Mills for a while, and then as a cook, they had several employees there, and cooking for the working men there from the sawmill. And after that, she left and came to Bishop. This was in 1918, and she would take my sister Rosie or me. We kind of alternating, for a while she would take my sister and she would take me, and then so we went back and forth to our grandparents and grandfather and grandmother. Stayed with them, and that went on for quite a while. And then when she married somebody from here. Round Valley is right below Sherman Grade as you come down. That used to be a big place there too. A big farming, ranching area, orchards. In fact, the whole...
It looks very fertile.
Yes, it sure was. In fact, everywhere it was in the whole valley, just full of fruits and everything.
Yeah, until they started taking all the water away.
Everything. And at that time, when everything started to dry up, we didn't have any more good places to go for our willows.
Right.
People, everywhere. Yeah, that's what happened there.
And now there's a problem with people getting the cancer from all of the pesticides and everything that they're. You know, it's hard to gather the willows except around the farm lines.
Yes, it really is now. Lloyd has a lot of good. Lloyd, you know.
Oh, Jessie,
He has a lot of good willows in his field.
I bet. Yeah.
That he supplies everybody.
We have to go quite a ways from our home to get them. Because they don't do well up in Tahoe. There's a few that I know of that I gather, but most of them I have to go into Nevada.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So we have to travel quite a ways.
We go to the Walker River.
Yeah, the Walker River
yes.
and Ebbets Pass area.
Walker River.
Yeah.
Yeah, to North Fork or South Fork.
Right. And of course, I don't go on to the Washoe Reservation to gather. I mean, they said that we could come in there, but I don't like to because that's theirs. Well, I have my own places too.
I'm sure we have enough to supply everybody.
I've seen a lot coming up here though. I mean, everywhere I went, the beautiful silver willow. Is that what you used? The silver willow? It has a real long, narrow leaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never. I asked a lady here. She's a botanist. I said, now there's. I think we have 3 kinds of willows here in the valley, or there's that kind of a yellow.
The lemon willow.
The lemon willow, and the red, and not the red, but.
Right, but the red willow.
And I said, could you tell me? Can you tell me which is stronger? Because there's the one kind that we use. She said, I don't know, but can you? She lives in Independence. She says, can you send me some of it so that I can see? Well, it's all over. I mean, she didn't know either. So I wanted to. It's a silver, isn't it?
I think it's a silver because that's the kind that I like to gather.
It's a strong.
It's straighter. It's usually they're about like this, 3 to 4 feet. And then the needles are farther apart. The leaves are farther apart, and it just seems like it's straighter and works better for me. I don't like the lemon willow because that gets too gnarly. I mean, it branches so much. But I don't know that it might be stronger. I've never tried it.
No, we've always used it for, I think it's silver. Now that I didn't know the name of it.
Well, I guess there's like 5 or 6 different kinds, but I just go by the recognition. If I see it, that's the kind I get.
Well, the 3 that I've noticed here in the valley is the reason why I asked the name of it.
Because the higher you go, you don't get that long, straight willow. No. And so I imagine like the Yosemite Indians they would come down here and do a lot of their gathering.
Yes, the people gathered here and then they traded. They took it over.
I imagine there was a lot of trade between the two.
At that time, yes, there was. There was what they call Yosemite Days, and they displayed. You've seen.
Did you ever get to go to any of those?
No, I never have, but Mother did. She went in, I believe, 1926. Something. I think that was the last time that they had somewhere around.
Right. Yeah. They're starting up again. They're trying to do that. They have like one weekend. That they actually do some ceremonies and try to get the culture, people to understand the culture more. I'd like to go to one of those. But nothing like they used to have in the 20s. That was incredible. There must have been a trek over those mountains, too.
Yes, when they used to go over, Grandmother used to talk about going over the mountains, too. Some mostly on horses, you know, so
Right.
even they walked,
Oh.
you know, they had a trail there, and the men walked, and taking a lot of things in sacks, all their in the burden baskets, they would put their things in it, she said. And they would camp over, and she says that sometimes a bear, you know, would come around. They would hobble their horses there for the night.
Right.
Yeah. It took a few days, but I don't know how long it takes now. I think just a couple of days.
Oh,
they have
takes-
walkers now that they go over.
Yeah.
Oh, those pack trips. that they have
Yeah,
over
but
there.
they,
I'd like to take one of those sometime. If I could do it.
yeah, they.
It would be a tough hike from this valley.
It would be.
Yes, it sure is.
Did they go up over Tioga at that time?
I think some did, and some the Bloody Canyon and Walker up to that area. And they would come out the other slide. The walkers, now that they're started to do a few years now, this
Right.
they have to. And I believe the next year they're going to walk from that side and come over onto this side.
Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah. Oh, it must take them a couple weeks anyway.
A few
Do you
days.
think so?
Yeah,
Or a week.
Yeah, looks like this.
Yeah.
From the valley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even that's a tough hike, even out of the valley itself.
Yes, it surely is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we enjoyed going out, you know, all over. And since my husband's gone, I kind of miss that. In the summer we'd go all the time, everywhere.
That's what we do. We go
Oh, you do?
traveling all over.
Yeah.
And go up in the canyons.
Well, late summer.
Uh-huh.
And he likes to hike a lot.
Oh, yes, we
So-
did too.
I go as far as I can with him, but he's
Uh-huh.
a lot faster.
Yeah, we used to even had a little cocker spaniel, and we used to take him, and then his little paws would get all, you know,
Worn off.
and my husband had to carry it. You know, all this poor little thing. We had 2 dogs for that.
Uh-huh.
2 dogs.
Yeah.
No more. And let's see, where are we now? I've
Oh,
lost.
yeah, we've gotten sidetracked there.
I get sidetracked all the time.
You were talking about camping on the eastern side.
Oh, yes, and then during the summer we'd come on the west side and all summer long. And then we started school there at the Little Red Schoolhouse at Farrington. And then going back and forth, let's see, where was my next school? There was another little school. For some reason, I don't know why they had the 2 schools so close together, and I don't think there were that many people, children. It was called Crater School. Later, I found out that's what they called it, Crater School. We went there for a little while. It was near the 395 and near the other side. It was on the field, if I remember. My sister and I went there for a while. And then there was another school we went to called Thompson Ranch School, I think. And that was later on too. That was in 21. Yeah, around 21. I went there for a while.
Where was that at?
That was near right north of Mona Inn.
Oh, yes.
You
we
saw
were
it.
by there.
Yeah, there was a schoolhouse, sure, I don't know, 100 yards from that, or anyway, it's north of the school that I went to, and then after that, there was another schoolhouse. For some reason, I don't know what happened to that. I think they tore it down.
Now, was this mixed white and Indian?
Yes, oh yeah, yes, they were all white.
All the
Indian.
people that worked at the lake
yes,
there in the
everywhere,
middle.
everywhere, They weren't as segregated at that time. Not at school, but as I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
But later on, that there was.
They were
We
segregated?
They weren't.
No.
Because there was like a government school, you know, that
Right.
we went to, but very few didn't go, and so we went to the public schools.
And you went to the schools around Lee Vining
Yeah,
there until you were how
Yeah.
old?
I went to that Lee Vining school. Now that they've moved that Lee Vining schoolhouse that I went to for a little while, they moved it to Lee Vining. It's a museum now.
Right.
Yeah,
The little room
Yeah.
to school.
yeah, I went there for a little bit. So now it's a museum. And after that, I left and came to live with my mother. She lived out Ron Valley at that time. Was married and started her family. And I went to school at Lee Vining at the present time. I mean, at the present where it's situated now is
Right.
the high school, I think, or the school. And I stayed there with my other aunt, Mildred. Stayed with her for a while and went to school there, and I stayed with a couple that during the summer I worked for them, and they had a little cafe, I remember, and they were awfully poor, but they were good-hearted, real kind couple. So they asked me if I'd like to stay with them, and naturally I did, yes, and went to school there for a while. And then I finished not high school, grammar school there at Lee Vining.
Right.
1930, 1929, I forgot now.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, thereabouts. And then the sister and I, during the summer, well, I'm skipping here and there. During
That's
the
all
summer, they had built this El Mono motel, a hotel. It's still there now, the El Mono.
El Mono, okay.
Mr. Gillian family, he was Swiss from Switzerland,
Right.
and he had a nice family, and they started that, they built that, and had a mine also at Lundy. And he was a very ambitious little guy. All he knew was work, it seems to me like. And I had finished grammar school there, so they asked me, well, what am I going to do after that school? Well, I didn't have any idea. And they said, well, would you like to come and go to high school and with us? They lived in Bakersfield there the winter. They had their home there, but during the summer they would go to Lee Vining.
Right.
And so, and that sounded real good to me. I said, sure, I'd love to. And I went. They had They had 2 boys and a girl at that time. And they were very hard workers. They started a motel, and my sister and I worked there at the motel.
Oh, okay.
I keep saying motel, it's the hotel. Yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah, and we worked making beds and everything. Had a little laundry in the back, and had a little what's called old-fashioned ringer type of a machine.
Yeah.
Machine. And,
I remember using those.
Yes, in fact, I still have one.
My grandparents had them, yeah.
And that was during the summer months. I think a couple of summers we worked for them, and so when I finished, then they asked me, and I said I'd be glad to go and come to Bakersfield. The kids, in September I think it started, and they came, and so I came with them, and they stayed up there until after the hunting season was over.
Right.
The couple opened their hotel until the season was over, and they went down home later. So I started school there at Bakersfield, and they had a really beautiful home there. As I remember, just I had a real nice room I had never had before. It seems like it was upstairs, and everything was light wood. The floor was light wood.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw beautiful Navajo blankets. So they had it all over. On the
So
farm.
they collected all of that.
They at that time, I guess they did. And that's the first time that I had seen the Navajo blankets. And I thought, gee, that's beautiful. I admired it. And anyway, I stayed there for 4 years with them. We'd come during the summer. And
Right.
some of the summers I stayed in Bakersfield and worked during the summer.
Oh, it's hot there, though.
And then when I finished, I came home. Mother and family, they were still living out at Ron Valley. Came and I worked here a little bit in Bishop and wanted to do something. Took care of a boy that he was not mentally, but hydrocephalus. His head was real large, you know, and he was about 12 years old, and his mother, she asked me if I'd like to go and help her, so I did. And so I think that's where I got my, I was inspired to go on and do something, because I took care of this boy. Kind of a nursing thing, you know. But anyway, I was restless. I didn't know what to do, and I wanted to go on to school. So that's how I happened to go on to school.
So were they instrumental in helping you out to go to school? Or?
No, not really. Little old grandmother, Nellie, she kept saying, "Why do you have to go away so far?" You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she said, you know, you could stay here and work.
Yeah.
And of course, mother.
It's hard to let go of your family.
Yes. Mother was staying with grandmother my grandma stayed with mother all the time.
Right.
She always made a home after leaving Levine, you know.
Right.
And after all that was, after they sold the place, you know, the Rush Creek was sold. Probably.
Well,
about
anywhere from the 30s on, it became really difficult. I'm sure that they'd have to go off the properties because the government was taking over. You know, all of the people were buying up all of these places.
Yeah, they sold the place in 1924, and so there we were. You know, they had to, the Indians, our family, they had to, our clan, I call it. The Charter clan, since the other two families, and so we just camped here and there. As I remember, my grandmother and I, we just had a little sagebrush, made a little sagebrush, huninobi we call it, out of sagebrush, a windbreak, and that's where we lived there that one summer too. It was near the Matley. There was a farm near there, and a ranch, I guess. They had cows and chickens and things. And Mrs. Matley. Anyway, and she used to bake bread and all that used to be, because they would give us some school children when we went to school. We'd go by and or come by, and because she always had something to offer us. You know, like old bread, you know, it was good because we never had any kind of homemade bread like that. And donuts, hard donuts. We take that home and dunk it in in coffee. That was good.
Well, I remember that too.
Yes, and butter. They had made their own butter and everything, and so that was really. We thought it was a treat anyway. It was a treat. Of course, when Mother worked in non-Indian homes, and when she came home, she would always bring like oranges, apples. Oh, even to today seems like when I get some apples, you know, there's that aroma about it, you know.
Brings back all those memories.
Back all those. I told that to somebody from not too long ago. I said for some reason, and there was just something about it, you know, years ago when you don't have these things.
It seems to me like they don't do as much of the orchards and the ranching and everything around here that they used to. Of course, the water, but I was telling Jim that we went by an alfalfa ranch the other day, and I went, oh boy, does that bring back memories, because my aunts and uncles and my grandfather were all into ranching and raising alfalfa, and all those days, the summers when they would be.
That's all there was around here, around Ron Valley, just all over, all through the valley here, as I remember.
So your family really didn't help you out financially then to go away?
Oh,
to
no,
school?
no, they weren't able to. Oh, goodness, no.
Did you? How did you do that? Did you have government grants?
Oh, no, I didn't know the government did such a thing in those days.
No,
Or
they didn't do it?
I don't think they did. in
No,
those
no,
days.
no, they didn't. No, they didn't. I don't think they did. Anyway, I didn't.
So you had to work your way through?
Yes, I worked all the time, but for a very small amount, it wasn't worth anything, you know. Living out around Valley one time, one summer, this girl and I, we used to go out pull weeds. Guess how much? 25 cents a day.
Oh,
Isn't that something?
oh my.
And we had to walk across the valley too.
Uh-huh.
And imagine. And now we think about those things.
And kids wouldn't. Kids wouldn't even think about going
No,
out.
they wouldn't. And now the school, you know, they're picked up right at their doorstep.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't believe. They don't believe all these things, you know. You should tell them
Right.
things like this, the way things were.
I used to walk 20 miles to school, and
Yeah.
it was uphill both ways.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Right. No, they don't believe it.
No.
And of course now my son says when I talk about in our language, he says, well, who am I going to talk to when nobody does anymore?
Yeah.
I know.
So I said, well, I guess I'll just have to talk to myself. I do. I even answer myself.
That's when you got to worry when you answer yourself. Yeah. No, but it's wonderful. I enjoy learning the ways. You know, I used to sit with my grandmother all the time and talk with her, and I guess it's kind of a throwback to those days that now I'm getting more and more interested in it.
Oh.
And I've always been interested in crafts and working with my hands, and to go out with the elder ladies and talk to them and be with them and have them show me their crafts and what they've done. It's so exciting. It's really a wonderful thing to learn.
I think the older we get,
I think so, yeah.
But when we're young, you know, I have one granddaughter. She'll be 22 this month, and she's really not interested yet that much. But my son is. He is a little more, you know.
Does he like to do all the craft?
He does, but he doesn't. He doesn't have the patience.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the patience. Nobody has.
I mean, this is just absolutely
That's awesome. It's amazing. I
Oh
was
yes,
just
that
looking
really
at
is.
that.
My husband.
Where did you meet your husband?
When I went away to school to Santa Fe, New Mexico, I met him there after I finished in 1939, and he had gone to. They used to have a government school there, Santa Fe Indian School at that time, and now I think it's arts and crafts or some kind of a.
I love Santa Fe.
Yes, I do too. In those days, in 1936, 39, adobe, you know, they're just real. That's what I really liked, and you know, I still miss it.
That's my favorite type of home.
It is mine too.
It's such a warm feel.
Yes, it really is. There's something about that. It's so unique, you know.
The Taos Pueblo, we went there when we were visiting,
Oh.
and we went to one of their celebrations. It was their fall harvest celebration. And what warm people. They're really, they never lost their tribal feel.
No,
and
they haven't.
They've kept their family relations close. And
No, they
you know, other than this, when the Spaniards bothered them, and then from then on, nobody wanted to take their land away, for one thing, I guess.
Well, they sort of compromised, I guess, because they have you know, they have their own religious, their own doings, and they have their Catholic thing too. So they have that both. Kind of interesting, but Taos is an interesting place too. When I met my husband in '39, he was doing, you know, craft work there, and we met at a school dance. And we used to go. Some of us used to go to the school dances there at the Indian school. And that summer, he took me to Taos, and that was my first.
Right.
Yeah. And when we went on the bus from Santa Fe to Taos, and we got close to Taos, and here comes a man on a horseback. He was all covered up with a sheet and just his eyes showing. And I thought, gee, are we in Arab or what's you know? It kind of makes you think, you know, of course. But that's the way they were in those days too, you know. But they still wear their blankets, you know.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And but that was a real interesting summer that I had with my husband, visiting, met all his relatives, and just a lot of relatives. And now they've gotten thinned out too, like we. They're dying off.
Have they haven't intermarried as much, have they?
They have now, yes,
Yeah,
they
now.
have now. They didn't sometimes.
Well, Durant, that from...
That's from
intermarriage?
Durant. That's from Spanish, you know. This is Durant, you know, it's a Spanish-Mexican name.
Right, okay.
And there's so many, and so my husband says there were so many Durants that were getting all mixed up, so I think he wanted to change it then, and he did. So it's put a T to it, so that's how it happened to be Durant.
But a lot of that was...
because
they picked up the words or the names from
the Spanish. They have they do have their Indian names, but they have all their English names, you know, from the Spaniards there. Yes, Durant is one of them. And when I remember going back there and I saw this Trujillo. I thought it was Trujillo. Here's Trujillo. You know,
yeah.
It's just a lot of the. It was just really a good experience, I think. Really
My grandmother
enjoyed
kept calling Tehachapi Path. She'd call it Tehat Chappie.
Yes.
She could never figure it out.
I think, in fact, the 30th of September, they have this, what they call St. Geronimo Day. They have all these saints and feasts all the time.
That's what we went to.
Yes, I just wish that I were back there. It was really nice.
It was really fun. We missed the night dancing, the actual St. Geronimo festival itself at night. And I'm really sad that we did that. If we ever go back now, we know we have to be on the Taos Pueblo grounds before 4 o'clock.
Oh, yes.
Because they won't let you in after that.
That's strict,
And
so you're taking pictures.
yeah.
Take your films.
They will. They don't even let you come in with them.
No, for sure. But now, what a change, and it's so disappointing. They've moved out of the pueblos, you know, they've got these HUD houses.
I know. Well, they can't afford the
no, I know, but
the pueblo homes anymore.
No, I know, but it was so beautiful in those days.
It was.
In 39 and 40, but I went back there, you know, and when did we go back there? A few years ago. All have modern things, and it isn't like it used to be. Well, nothing is anyway.
No.
Nothing never will.
Santa Fe is a huge city.
Oh yeah. Oh my, it's a big city now. You know, lights and.
It must have been absolutely wonderful when you were going to school.
36. Yeah. I thought, my goodness. We'd walk around, like on the weekends, I'd go for walks and think nothing. You go by yourself everywhere. And all these little adobe, you know, nothing modern. It's just nothing. It's just really.
Well, then it became a popular thing, and the automobile has done a lot of that. It's brought a lot of culture together, and people just think that they can go in and they're so disrespectful when they go. You know, they just tramp all over everything.
Well, they don't know the reason why they do that.
Yeah.
Ignorance.
And some of it's a lack of teaching too. You know, it's like I've tried to teach my kids to respect people, especially their elders.
Oh, how many do you have?
I have 2, a son and a daughter.
Oh, they're.
And my son lives in Santa Cruz, and he's 29 now. He loves to travel all over Europe.
Oh.
And has learned several different languages now. My daughter lives close to us in Carson City.
Oh, that's nice. It's close.
Yeah,
I get to see her.
Yeah. And you have how many?
One.
Just one? He's very shy.
Yes. Yes, he is. And and one granddaughter, and that's my family. That's a big family. She's in San Luis Obispo. That's good.
Oh, it was your niece that brought you up to Tahoe, right?
Yes, one of my nieces.
Ruth?
Yes, Ruth.
Yeah. And I bought one of her necklaces.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, when I saw them, I didn't get a chance to talk to her much about it.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Miriam was spreading them out on the counter, and I
you
went,
were.
I want that one.
Oh.
So I got the one that has the chain.
Oh, yes.
The silver chain on it.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Miriam said, she says, I knew I wouldn't have that very long.
Oh, well, she makes them. She's making them now that she's retired, and she's gone into. They live in Pomona, and
Right.
she's been making them. She all her different. They're different. I mean, and then they wanted to take me, you know, to because I had told them about my baskets, and what I saw that time. This came from Forest Service. I had this picture.
Oh,
it was all
yeah.
wrapped up and I showed it to her. She said, "Oh, but I should put it up." And I said, "No, I don't have a frame."
Oh, so they put it up for you then?
And so she said, "I'll take it and frame it for you." And I said, "Ruth," I said, "now all my baskets. This is what I want." I said, and then she said she would do it for me, but I was a little disappointed. She didn't really. She just took my baskets and insect. I thought maybe if I could, you know, just put my baskets like that,
Right.
and frame it like that. And I said, well, this will go to you. I said because I'd rather have mine. But anyway, it didn't turn out that.
Are any of these yours?
No, these. And so I.
Do you want to take some more pictures of your basket?
I did want to. I told her I wanted to. There's another man I asked one time. I said, but I thought it would hurt my niece's feelings if I, you know, had somebody else. I thought, well, but she didn't do it this way, and I was so disappointed.
Because if you'd like, we could try to take some pictures for you and see if that. Jim does a very nice job. He has a 35mm camera. You could take. We could try setting it up and see if you like it.
Well, I thought maybe she would do the in sections, and maybe we can get it together if I have all, you know.
Right.
But she took a little bit of this and the difference. She had it here, and I thought that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Should I show you the baskets now, or?
If you, whatever.
You have to go pretty soon.
Oh no, I'm enjoying myself. You're just wonderful to talk to. This is fabulous.
Oh, well.
Sure, if you would like to.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
We could try it, and if you like it, then that. You know.
As long as they're all together like that,
Right.
And then I can.
What do you think?
And then you know, I can get a. Is she fresh? Is she? Don't you think it goes
is.
real good?
Yeah, it does.
It really does. I like that. And I told her I really like it. I said, if I get mine, I said, you can have this. So I think
That's a nice picture.
I think there's only one bishop made, I think. And see how the
Panamint,
yeah. See, they're all
bottleneck,
yeah.
East Bono. This one over here.
Yes,
The far one.
and I don't know who made it.
It doesn't say.
No.
Bishop, California. There's a Miwok.
Yeah.
Handle.
Well, I don't. Well, mine aren't really nothing unusual, but they're all baskets, you know, that I can bring out if you want to.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be able to try to do that.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? And this one here. This is an inkwell.
Is that an equal too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
That is really neat. This one, I remember this. You know, when I first started school, I went back in Illinois for a while with my grandparents, and we did have to use the inkwell. And you don't see that very often. There's a little pocket in there to catch.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say at that little school. I think they had some kind of a little something like that. But other than
you stick it down in the dress hole there, and it has that little pocket in the glass. But I've never seen one like this. This is neat.
yeah, it's a good one. Of course, a friend, he gave me this.
He knows you like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
purple
that's what he
blood.
said.
Yeah.
He said, I know you like outdoor things. That's yacht or whatever you like, that means. And there's another thing. And that is interesting too.
That's an old bottle.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's a hand, what do you call it, mold. They put them in, yeah, so you can tell. I think we got some more in the back somewhere.
Oh yeah, you can feel.
Yes,
And it's like twisted.
yes, it's
Hand blown.
yes, hand
Yeah.
blown,
Yeah.
or and the mold, I guess you could sort of use like this.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a neat one.
Yeah. But these things we enjoy just going out years ago. But now I think everything's almost fixed up.
Well,
Yeah.
either that or they're so protected you
See,
can't.
they are. Everything is protected.
Yeah. But you know, they were talking about this one place. I can't remember where it was. I think it was in Virginia City. They said they found most of their old bottles and, you know, old garbage and stuff like that around the outhouses, wherever the outhouse was, and they'd throw them down the hole, you know, and then they'd move the outhouse, dig a new hole and move the outhouse. That's where they would go hunting for all of these bottles.
And of course, this is an old one too. That's my husband's brother in Taos. Their father was, he poses for this artist. He was Taos, from Taos. And so he gave us, yeah. And they used to go out, I guess he did that all the time, you know, proposing.
Right. As a model.
Yeah, he was a model. He did all
That's a neat.
yeah. And of course, all these, we've gotten from, Southwest, and everywhere we went, or maybe somebody gave us something.
This looks like Santa Clara.
Yes, yes, and this is Taos. And let's see, this is Santa Clara, I believe.
I was fortunate in trading some earrings and some baskets and pine needle work in Santa Clara. Over there.
Yeah, and then of course this chair too that we admired. My husband. I wish we had.
I love the Spanish style.
Yeah, it is Spanish, and my husband has some pine nuts. He takes back there to his relatives.
Right.
And so this man wanted some pine nuts. And so he says, well, I'll trade you, he says, for that chair. So that's how he happened to get the chair.
Look at this.
Yeah, the way
It's all,
yeah.
There's no nails.
No nail.
You see.
Yeah.
It's all, what do you call it?
Yeah. What do you call it? It has, and they don't.
It has the dowels and
They're joints.
Joints.
Yeah. And my husband says, gee, I wish we had the whole table and chairs. And that's something.
And it'd be quite a few pine nuts.
Yeah, that would.
That is pretty neat.
That was really.
All right.
Well, shall I get the
Yeah. My mom would stick it in the refrigerator in a bag, dampen it, and then stick it in the refrigerator, and then pull it out, and it's all moldy. And
Yeah, that's what
so now, you mentioned Elsie. Is there an Elsie? Elma? Flavor. Yeah. Now that was a man? Okay.
No, she was my cousin, but Mildred is the one that owned this. And Grandma made it for Mildred and my aunt, with my mother's there in the dining, and then when my aunt Mildred passed away,